Let's see. Any passion for work, sanguine, comfortable, spacious interior, emanating soothe, pretty environment, awful bedroom, ate without a table, slept in the cold. I don't think that they're getting the use from the TVs in here. I thought I'd just put them in here and just see how they went. I also put TVs in with the hospitals because I know that that shit helps with like recovery and stuff. But I have a big old like flat screen TV I could throw down somewhere. And I just don't know if I have this actual space. Like, I don't think it would fit. Not quite, eh? It does not fit there. I could probably fit it there. It's going to block a passageway though. Imagine that. You're sitting on the chair and you're like getting the TV from behind. Actually, hold on. Theoretically, that would be more like that way kind of thing. And that would only get like a couple of people playing poker. Where else could I put this fucking TV? I bought like a couple of super huge TVs at one point. But I guess I could just uninstall them for the moment. Uninstall those. I put them in here because I wasn't quite sure where I wanted to put them. Also, I don't think we want guns on that, guys. Let's clear everything for a second. We were putting wood on this for the purpose of the stoves, although we do have like a massive stack of wood in here already. So, like I could put medicine in here, but I also don't want it to be so far away from like actual like medicine areas. We'll just make it more wood. What do you call it, this one? Let's copy your settings. And let's pop you onto that. That way we only have wood stored here. That'll help. I kind of want to put the lights like here, or I could put it as a 4 actually. Just between here. That would still free up the passageway. Because I don't really want to block the passageway, but they have alternative directions they can go, and they should technically go sideways. So it should only affect the people using this dead center one, mostly. But that will give me 4 lights in the center, which means that I should be able to do like a radiating thing. Although I kind of honestly, hang on a second. I got a better idea than that. I know I like change this shit around a lot, but it's because I'm still dabbling with what it is I want to do. So my thoughts are get rid of these. We will move this, reinstall that there. And then we're going to build a copy. So we're going to have 4 of these fuckers. That would be smarter. Tofu, mate. Can I get you to move that? Is that a blueprint or was it here? Just fucking work on one of those, mate. I don't give a shit which one. Just get it done. That's the one. Go work on that one. Once that's out of the way, I'll get the other light. The reason why I want to do it this way, the diamond shape, is I think it will cast the light in a more striking pattern than if I did it as a square, which would counteract the shape. So that could look nice in the dead center. What color did I pick for these lights? When I can grab one. Can I copy that color? I guess I can't probably put it on these while they're being made, but that's fine. I'll come back to that. Now, Seahorse Love, what are you doing? Can I get you... Luxembourg is working on this, but this is okay. We will get this connected. I do think that that's already connected, so maybe it's okay. We'll get all that power connected up. I do got to move that forwards. That's getting built. That has got fixed up, which means I need to put a fence there, and I need to move this across, preferably before they disassemble this, although taking that out would build that a lot faster. And same with this side. I do want this to be ideally gate and proper gate there. And we'll get rid of that. And then we'll move this across like that. And then we'll get rid of that outer one. Alright. Love like there's a pile of like thrombos and fucking panthers right there. I love it. Yeah. It's just like, sometimes I like scroll past it and I'm like, oh yeah, there's just like a a mess of like, it's the salt and pepper effect, I think, with them, honestly. I got some limestone beds, got the baby animals in here so they get shucked out once they are an adult. And I only have those 2 doors on this, but I'm thinking about... I honestly thought about making like a second door, but I actually think we should do a second set of animal flaps. Because then the animals have 2 spots that they can go through. And we have a second door over there, so it's not like I can't get there. And we'll build that extra bit. Actually, don't build it with that material. Build it with limestone. Because then that will better match in with the color of it and shit. And then what I want you guys to do... I do want you to, like, smooth down... the structure, wall. I don't want to remove something. Smooth wall. There we go. That's the word. I want you guys to smooth that because I think it will look fine once it's done. Alright, Clark's having a food binge. Viper's confused. Alright. Well, they are mostly fine. All my people are waking up and starting to come up. I love that they're coming from like 4 different directions of the map. It's beautiful. It's really nice. It's like really well spread out this time. Okay. So we've got 2 of the battery rooms almost made. They look alright. They look like they fit. They look nice. The grow rooms I'm altering a little bit, and I will alter these, but not during winter. I will pull up these extra ones and replace them with like the same pattern I had before, just not right now. Not winter. Like I could move one over and I could shuffle some, but whatever little crops I've got inside, I need to hold on to in case we get a cold snap in winter, which is why I'm trying to have 3 grow rooms, because that shit's important. I have this grow room as well, but it's a floor grow room, so it's not like it's going to like excel whatever in winter. I could also double buff that one too. That would be fine. And that's also supposed to be a grow room as well. So there is another hospital I could make, and I do still have like a number of hospital beds. Let's keep moving these workbenches. I want to get them the fuck out of here. They haven't really been like an issue, but I have other plans for where I want them to be. Basically, I want them to be up in here. I do think I can do stuff with this. Like I might maybe have more storage in front of this. I don't know. I feel like that went a lot closer, which means I've done this a little bit wrong. If I bring that one up, it will be in the way. Hold on. Let's reinstall this one back. I think I was going to put 2 here and then I was going to move the benches, but at the moment it allows me space to move through here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think I can fit 2 more benches there. So let's go do that. I'm waiting to also see, here we go, for colonists idle. Lorena, what do? You do plants, animals, and shooting and melee. You have a gun. We have got plants and we have got animals. But she can't do dumb labor. Doesn't mean she can't do skilled labor. Hey, Lorena, how do you feel about getting some skills? So what do we want to give you? I feel like I always have cooking. I always have mining. She has like a little tiny bit of socials, but I'm not about to throw her down for doing the talking. So what do we want to give you? Medical would help. If I have medical, although medical's not going to make her busy all the time. I have cooking. She's off to do shooting at the moment. She could honestly benefit from a few of them. I want her to learn medical. I don't want you to have plants. Crafting would help you. Crafting could be something where she could sit there and do that all the time. I just don't have it enabled at the moment for them to do. I don't want social to buff, even though it would help. Not intellectual, not animals. I'm looking for Was I going to buff her for crafting and medical? I'm giving her medical. And I thought about buffing her social, but I wasn't going to probably use it for that. Look, if I've got crafting in here, I'll give her crafting. Because she can already do plants and animals. And frankly, I have enough of those that she should be busy. But she's not. So let's go find. You are in here. You are about to get crafting. That one. You're about to get some crafting skills. And I gave her, what was the other one? Medical. Okay. And she already had like a little bit on medical. Did I just put that on loser instead? Probably. Alright. Let's give you that. I'm not really surprised. I was looking up here for it. So, that will give you medical. That will give you crafting. That'll give you 2 extra things that you can do. There'll be 1 passive thing around the base once it's enabled, and there'll be 1 not passive thing. Who did I grab then? On that list. Kit. Kit is medical, intellectual, animals, shooting, and melee. Kit should be... My colonist should realistically be busy with animals, unless it's just a problem I don't have enough stuff for them. You can't do skilled labor or dumb labor, which means it's just the skills that you've got. And I feel like if you got boosted just a little bit with animals, it might help you. So go hit up the animals. And who else we got left? Colo. Can't do dumb labor. But you can do stuff with plants. And you're okay with a little bit of medical. I can always do with more people that can do medical, honestly. So let's just see if I have a spare medical. Also, I could make him an absolute unit with melee. You could learn cooking, theoretically. I do feel like I have like a lot of people... Was it animals I was giving you? I feel like it was medical, but fuck it, you're getting some animals. It can't hurt. Animals, you already have plants. Construction, you don't need that. Reserved. I already checked that one. Shooting, no. I might actually just give you the melee one, to be fair. Those 2 are reserved. There's plants. I know I keep checking that one, but I keep forgetting what the fuck it is. Cooking. I mean, I could teach you some basic cooking. Skill trainer. There's a melee one. Let's ramp up your melee. I don't want you to learn social. Maybe we teach you cooking. Sorry. Okay. So, cooking, melee, and... The fuck was the other one? Animals. Okay, hold on. Johnson... It was Colo coming over. It should be in the area. Where the fuck did you just go, sir? I'm pretty sure it's Colo, because I want to make sure that... I buff up like their skills to be able to do the thing once they've got it. There you are. A lot easier to find them once I've got them like highlighted. So, let's see. You are getting stuff with animals, I think. And you're not getting art. What the fuck else are you getting? I'm pretty certain you're getting animal stuff. So we will buff that up. It could also be that some of these people don't actually have it set to that. I'll just keep an eye on him for a moment because he's like nearby. So I should see what like buffs anyway. Like right there. It was melee, animals, and I don't know if it was medical or cooking. I can't remember. What'd you get? Cooking. Yeah, okay. So let's get your cooking up wherever the fuck that is. There. Okay. So if you can do planting, it's first. But if you can't, any of these fucking things would help. Realistically. Let's have a look at your stats. Because I don't think its medical is going to go up that far. But it might be worth buffing that a little bit more than that. Okay. So, I just want to see him get this. Kit's in here too. Something is wrong with like Kit's body. I think they've got like a leg or something. That's a problem. Come on, Corlo, mate. Also, I guess something's on fire. What is going up first? Animals? Okay. I also need to check. I think he's got melee for animals, which is why he probably can't hunt them. But if I give him a pillar, he might be able to hunt them. It'd just be like the worst thing to hunt with. So if he's got that on a 5.5, and that's a 5, let's lower that down to a 2, because you are melee based. Let's make sure you got a spear, but what if I had... Honestly, I feel like making him like a solid fucking pillar thing instead, because like melee wise, I mean, I guess I could give him, I think grenades count as technically firing at somebody, I think. Because I don't think he can hunt in this condition, but he can go handle animals and stuff. I feel like he should have a better weapon than what he's got though. There's an excellent sword. You can go have that. Okay, so he'll have an excellent sword. He can do stuff with plants, and his medical really didn't go up that far. But his melee did. Okay, we can do stuff with plants, and he can go and try to handle animals. If I buff that up, he should be fine. And who the fuck was the other person that I just buffed? And Kit was one of them. Kit, there you are. You already have handling up high, and I think it was Lorena. There you are. Lorena already has handling up high. Okay. So, she's already got like her skills about as high as she can go, but because she never seems to have something to do, I'm just gonna like give her some crunchy skills. Normally when I have somebody that can't do something and they're constantly on this list, they start getting crunchy skills. So I don't know which person I got. Ocelot, you should have something to do. Animals, plants, medical, social. That's quite a bit. Hold on. Wrong way. Where the fuck is Ocelot? Ocelot, mate. Let's get you a couple of extra crunchies in here. Alright. You can do researching. You can do art. You're definitely capable of doing, like, animal handling. I would say that if you're not doing animal handling at your current thing, I would say that it's probably because you don't have food to feed an animal. And Johnson, you do social, construction, melee, animals, artistic. If I have another one for animals, let's buff up his animals and artistic. Social, intellectual, no. Animals, yes. No. Lauren has finally made her way in this. That would buff up animals quite a lot. I could buff up his shooting. That would make him a much better hunter. Actually, fuck it. Johnson's going to become a good hunter for us. And I don't have any others. So animals and hunting, that's what he's going to be absolutely, like, wrecked at. But the problem I've got with him is that I just don't have that much stuff in my colony on the average day to hunt for him. So there's a good chance his skills might still atrophy down. There's a quest. Alright, hold on, we'll have a look at that in a sec. Where the fuck are you, Johnson? Let's see. Animals, yeah, basically everything that could be. Fuck it, let's make it 1. If I can get some medical skills later, I'll medical skill buff him as well, because he can't do much. He can do hunting, he can do handling. He will be able to do those exceptionally well soon. I don't have any stuff for art. What have I got left? I've got a lot of social. I've got a couple of intellectual. animals are mostly getting gone. I have a couple of construction. I'll have a couple of shooting ones left. I have a few plants ones left. So if I wanted to buff, say, one of the newest people that we had and see if they want to do stuff with plants, we could definitely do that. So I don't know how this just sorted. I think it just went in reverse. There we go. That should be the damn bottom of the list. So what have we got down here? We've got hunting. We've got a lot of people able to do hunting. You could do some growing. What do? You do hunting. We don't always have hunting. Lobster can do hunting and like art. Art, we always have like something for that. And you can do cooking. I don't dabble with the cooks. They can stay with whatever they're doing. Lobster, maybe you come with me. Let's go get you. Oh, you do like crafting and artistic stuff. I was gonna give him like the plants one, but let's have a look at who we got. You're kind of like meh towards it. I was hoping to find somebody that might be passionate about it. You like cooking a lot. You like animals. You don't have a lot of skills. Choco. You like plants, but I'm looking for somebody that likes animals but is a low passion for it. Like has a passion for it but has low skills, ideally. That's what I'm looking for. Kit's already been buffed. Joshua. It is plants I'm looking for, right? You can do medical. Joshua, let's get you some skills with plants. I don't know how many I've got in here, but I'll buff you up a little bit. Plants. That one's reserved. I don't know where the other plants one is. That one. Okay, there goes 3 of the plants ones. Joshua can have... let's go with... growing and cutting. Can always do with like extra people doing this. I'll come back and like deal with the rest of them later. What I might do is I'm going to shrink this after they start using it. Hopefully I can get them to shrink it just down to this like little area here, and that way they'll condense what we've got. So what is this Keisha valuables? Glitter World medicine for against 34 men hunting raccoons. Okay, there may be an unknown threat. Where is it? I mean, they're both within reach. I could go to one and then the other and it wouldn't matter. I guess we can do that. All right. Well, that settles it. We are definitely going to take a caravan and we're going to hit up these 2 places and then come home, obviously. So let's grab... I know Mal has tantrums and stuff. I don't want to grab all of my absolute best gunners. I do want to grab a couple of people. I just want people that can do some absolute like spray on them. And I'm going to have to find a couple of doctors in here too. I don't want nobody getting close to the raccoons. Ideally. Chalky can go. Selma can go. I don't know about Chase. Nitro and Emmy can go in case Max. Brick and Az can go. I think that should be theoretically enough. But Muffalo and Takuma can also go in case of Max. And we'll grab... I don't think there's going to be much like spoils there, so we'll grab the dromedaries for this. It's like winter time anyway. I guess most of them are pregnant at the moment. This is my only problem with making like such a short list of males, is I'm not going to have a lot of like available animals to take on quests. But I don't have much to pick up at these locations. I could pick up like a shit ton of rocks and crap, or wood. That's also another option, but we'll see how we go. I don't want to take the bedrolls, even though they would help. The medicine, probably be best to take some actually decent quantity of medicines, because we know it's unknown and we're going in for medicine to begin with. I don't want to use up the medicine we get at the location. ideally I don't want to take the rice. What do we got? We got chocolate. We got some simple meals. Can you guys stack like 100 odd survival meals? And they don't want to take any pemmican. You guys can't take all of the kibble. That's not how this works. I'd like to add in more, but I just don't have more fresh stuff. And I think a lot of it is going to my animals and stuff. So this is only like 6 days worth of food. Hit me up with about 200. That's 9. That should be more than enough because it's really close by. I'm not used to my area here for trips and shit, so I'm not too sure how long it takes, but I don't think that that's very far because there's not a lot of mountains and crap, unlike before where I constantly had to go through mountains to get anywhere, you know. But yeah, what else we got? So we're gonna try to get to the 2 quests, hopefully. Both of them may have threats. I don't know what it is. We'll have to find out, I guess. But we did manage to make 2 battery rooms, which is starting to enclose the roof in. And then there's this horrid color, which I spotted before. Can I grab those? I was going to grab this color and copy it if I can. If I can grab it. Copy that, and I want to see if I can put it on this. Yeah, that's okay. It kind of like blends it a little bit too hard into the center though. Give me, where is it? We've got that. If I made it lighter, I could make it bluer purple. But it kind of like takes away from that. I could make it like super, I could make it like one of the super purples. Like, that's just like too much. I actually think contrasting to it, it's the kitchen. What if I made it like striking white? Kind of just dulls it, eh? Alright, let's see. So starting here, I don't really want pinks. What about the blue? Blue's not that bad. It's not quite where I want to be with it, but I think I could leave that at the moment, and I think I'd be okay with it. I also need to change these 2 storage spots to not be that, but at least it's not like, you know, the orangey brown kind of color that the lights come in as, you know. But let me just save everything wherever the fuck that is. There. Yeah, so far we've managed to make like 2 battery rooms. Surprisingly haven't been attacked tonight, which is even more concerning because I'm about to go for a caravan out, and I have a caravan out with that psychic emanator. So I could potentially see the caravan that's out possibly getting attacked. I could see the caravan that's gonna go out possibly getting attacked, or the 2 spots being bad. But I didn't really focus as much on the beds because we have physical beds and they're just enclosing the walls. But next time I will have to make sure that these walls are enclosed because it's just about to be like the next day's winter. So I need them to come down and just patch like the couple of holes in these edges and stuff as best they can, probably at night when the animals are the fuck away from it. So I may have to say like a lot of this area is just don't build it, and I'll just focus on the outer wall or something so that I don't use up the blocks. We got the couple of grow rooms. We got the reinforced grow room. We got these 2 touched up, that one built, so it's growing now. Hopefully with 3 grow rooms we might actually have some production because they're all kind of like not on the same time. And I have like room to make, I think I've got 2 more ready to go. I've got 1 here and I've got 1 there, which if I could make those as a priority soon, we might have sufficient food over winter because I don't think any of the crops is like properly growing. And it's gonna maybe die in winter and stuff. And we built a bit of that as well. But we did get like the hospital also built up nicely, which is good. And we got a lot of shit out of the thing. And everybody, for the most part, has got a weapon. Except for like 1 or 2 people that have been downed tonight. So all in all, not really bad. We even got like some of the solar and shit moved around, which is nice. So